up here to share a few things with you tonight. First is, for those of you who don't know me, I'm Derek. This is my third year at Timber Ridge, and some of you may also, or many of you know, that I've been coming with Olivia these past few years. And of course, those of you who know Olivia, she's giving me a look. Well, she's been coming here the last 23 years and is sort of a veteran of this community. And it's really been a pleasure to come and get to know all of you during that time. But many people don't know. I mean, I've only been coming to camp the past 3 years, but Olivia and I have actually been together for going on, or very close to 9 years right now. So I think there was actually speculation for some time that, I might be like a rent-a boyfriend or something along those lines, but I assure you I'm not. So anyway, I'll share a story with you guys about how Olivia and I first met, because I think it's a pretty interesting story. Some of you might have heard it before.
Olivia, she's giving you another look.
or something. So anyway, we actually met when I was a physics major at Reed College, and Olivia was a prospective student. She was pointed out to me as a prospective physics major, and we ended up getting to chat at the gelato shop on our prospective student tour. And when we got to talking, we found out we had a lot of interest beyond just physics, which included music and chocolate gelato, and we both spoke a little bit of German, and long walks on the beach, the whole... So anyway, but then I found out that she'd be sitting in on my quantum mechanics class the next morning, and I know at this point you're thinking, wow, this is a really interesting story here. So anyway, as it turned out, I was working really late on a problem set that night. I ended up sleeping through both the alarms that I had set, because I really wanted to get up and talk to this girl the next day. Slept through my alarms, woke up 5 minutes before class, and was I think I said some 4-letter word, jumped in, probably took the fastest shower of my life, and got to class by 5 after. So there I am, made it to class, and anyway, so after class, Olivia and I get to talking again, and she asked me, so just as a background, Reed College, where we were at, is one of the only liberal arts college in the world to have a nuclear reactor on campus, which is primarily operated by undergrads. Anyway, maybe sensing that I was quite sensing that I was enamored and wanting to take advantage of the situation, she says, Derek, I hear Reed has a nuclear reactor on campus. And anyway, I say, well, I happen to be a licensed operator. Which is a great pickup line between physicists. So I take Olivia down to the facility, introduce her to our director, and say, this is Olivia, prospective physics major, do you mind if I give her a tour? And everything was okay. As it would happen, it must have been fate or serendipity or something, but it's not like every day of the week or very rare that we're actually operating the reactor, maybe only once a week. But literally that time that we went down to the reactor, we were operating the facility, everyone else was crammed into the control room, and here I am, checking Olivia out her radiation. Freudian slip, sorry. So I was giving Olivia her radiation dosimetry and everything. And we go into the reactor bay, which was totally empty at that point. So it's just Olivia and I standing over the nuclear reactor talking about nuclear physics. And as it turns out, reactors are radioactive, believe it or not. And they let off this really nice kind of blue glow. And I say to Olivia, it really look much more stunning if we dim the lights. And so there I go over, dim the lights, and we continue our conversation. Illuminated by the brilliant blue glow of the Cherenkov radiation coming off of the reactor. And anyway, I thought it was really romantic. I think Olivia might tell a slightly different version of it. But So suffice it to say, I was quite smitten, and we kept in touch over the summer. And Olivia insists that coming to read had nothing to do with me, mind you, but she came to read in the fall. I found out pretty quickly that if I was going to have any chance with this girl whatsoever, I needed to learn how to contra dance. So yeah, that was when I started contra dancing, and I guess after 2 months, Olivia and I were hanging out, and she finally, we started our relationship. And I believe it actually started with the words, "Okay, fine." But she made it up to me, so it's good. So five years later, she made it up to me by giving me an engraved iPod Nano, engraved with the words "Okay, 5." Which is probably the sweetest and most thoughtful. So anyway, I found a lot of good excuses. I mean, we've been together for a long time now, through undergrad, through all of Olivia's grad school. I still got a couple years left.
Just Olivia.
But anyway, I found a lot of excuses over the years not to come to Timber Ridge, and they were all, I really wanted to come. They were all legitimate excuses, like work, and I had surgery one summer. I really wanted to come, but ultimately, it came down to an ultimatum from Olivia, which was, she said, Derek, if we're ever going to get engaged at any point, you are going to have to come to camp one of these years. And, well, I'll leave it at that. Sorry, there was... Sorry, I'm getting ahead of myself. So, I've been coming to camp these last 3 years, and having been together so long, I think a lot of people are a little bit confused about our relationship, or they assume if you've been together 9 years, you must be engaged or married or whatever. And then we'll gently correct them and everything, but then that'll often be followed up with something like, sort of the more gentle chiding, like, well, you guys have any plans or whatever. Sometimes it's more direct, like, why haven't you guys gotten married yet? Or actually something even more direct I got from one of the teenagers last year at camp was, yo, dude, put a ring on it. You know who you are, Joe Carter. Together a long time. Why haven't I proposed? I get it. And the answer is actually quite simple, and that is that Olivia would have said no until now. Because,
are you sure?
Because for all those years that I was finding excuses not to come to Timber Ridge, she ultimately gave me this ultimatum, which was, if we're ever going to get engaged, you need
to see what you're getting into.
But the other stipulation on that was not only do you need to come to camp, but the camp has to approve of you. Something I was forgetting. Olivia, would you mind coming up? You can't tell, I'm a little nervous. I should have worn my yellow pants.